Really, the end goal in many meditation practices is to go past the ego, to realize what is called the self, which is pure consciousness or spirit, or different traditions may have different names. Hinduism would call it Brahman, the vastness of consciousness. Buddhists would call it Shunyata, the emptiness. But the real question is, how does the ego go past the ego when you meditate? And the answer is you can't. Where the deity comes in is, it teaches us the entire path of yoga or a spiritual practice is a combination of effort and grace. What I teach is these deities are actually archetypes, and it's a method of spiritual experience versus religious belief. So it's really important to understand that a spiritual experience is what you feel. It's what you feel when you see a Ganesh. It's what you feel when you meditate, what you feel when you dream. These are all spiritual experiences rather than religious belief. It's a way of engaging with the world and seeing everything as aspects of the same one consciousness. It's not a Nivritti tradition, which is inward. It's an externally focused Pravritti tradition. And it's always expands, like the universe always expands, or entropy in physics always expands. So I use a lot of science in my teaching because I'm a scientist by training, but I find in the Western setting it's very easy to apply logic, especially with people who are healthy skeptics. So Tantra is a way also of using with these deities to help you realize the self. My favorite deity is Ganesh, probably because of my belly. I have a close affinity with Ganesh, but really the core concept is what is called an archetype. That was coined by the Swiss psychologist Carl Jung. He was inspired by these, and he said these deities are like archetypes within what he called the collective unconscious. In other words, within all of us. But the Sanskrit word is more powerful. It's called Ishta Devata, which means Ishta means desired, Devata means deity. It's more heart-centered. I feel archetype is more intellectual. So I encourage people to have an open mind, discover through the process of knowledge and being exposed to yoga as to what your archetype is. And please come to me. I would love to serve you. I'll even help you find your archetype.